Good morning, everyone. Good morning, TikTok. Good morning, Cami's camera. Good morning, my camera. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of UKBF Talks. And in today's episode, or in today's webinar, sorry, I'm used to calling these things episodes because we do a lot of podcast recording as well. But in
Okay.
today's webinar, I am going to be speaking to Cami about how we and you can really level up on what we're doing on TikTok and what we're doing on Instagram. And before we went live, I just asked Cami how many followers she's got because I didn't write it down. I thought that it was about 2,000 or something like that, but she just told me a number that just blew my mind. So before we I ask you about what you do and who you are, can you tell the people, tell your camera how many followers you said you've got? How many followers have you got on TikTok?
480, I want to say 83.9 thousand.
Gosh, gosh. And on Instagram?
118,000.
Gosh.
Gosh.
So in this conversation, this is somebody that it's a real coup to get onto this webinar and hopefully going to pull as much value from them as possible. She's got a jacket on, so it's going to pull a lot.
Ready to ramble.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us this morning, Cami.
Thank you for having me.
Before we go into it, who are you?
I'm Cami. So I've been doing Instagram and TikTok, more TikTok since June, July. So in July, I think I had 5,000 followers, I want to say. And I've kind of used different strategies, which we'll talk about later on. I've also got some journals published on Amazon. So I have a wellness journal, a weekly planner, a daily planner, and a meal planner. As you can tell, I'm an organisation freak.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I love doing that. And then I've also got a 2023 journal out as well. I have a podcast called With Intention, which was number 10 on the top education podcast on
Wow.
Spotify.
Wow.
Exciting. Next to TED Talks, which was really crazy.
Wow.
And I'm doing social media coaching under my business name, Marketing Intuitive, which I haven't really released fully yet. It's in the process.
Yeah.
But I have been doing social media coaching and social media strategies for different businesses. But I haven't been doing it under the Marketing Intuitive name until almost now. And then I'm also releasing some social media coaching and Instagram growth courses that you can get to help you grow on social media and expand your business.
Yeah. No, that's really, really comprehensive. And I like the fact that you spoke about that. I think you said in July 2021 or July last year.
Last year.
You had 5,000 followers. But now you've got almost 500,000 followers. So I think she knows what she's talking about. So I'm going to go straight into it. What's my first question? Okay. So for those that don't know, right, for those that don't know what TikTok is, right, can you describe it to a business owner? Because right now people may think that TikTok is this place that you go on or this platform and you see people dancing, that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Dancing, doing the next meme or whatever. But to a business owner, what is TikTok or what could TikTok be and could be seen as?
So TikTok's probably more of a personality platform. And from a business point of view, it's a way to portray that you have personality. But as TikTok started, it was like obviously with dancing, with crazy dancing, can go viral for literally like doing a whip or something. Whereas now TikTok are trying to become a search engine. So they're actually trying to get along with like Google and be in that kind of
Space,
region. So as a business owner, the trick would be to make sure that your like products are searchable. So say, I don't know, give me a business example.
Let's say Nike.
Nike. So you'd want to search the comfiest trainers possible. And then in their video, they'd have on the text, these are the comfiest trainers I've ever tried. And someone's going to type in comfy trainer and that's going to show up. So it's about making sure that your content that you're putting out there is searchable. So you're going along with the search engine thing that TikTok is pushing more
right
than
now.
they are dances like they used to.
Yeah. So just to kind of sum that up, TikTok is no longer just a space for shaking a leg, but it's now a full blown, or what they're really trying to push is the search engine optimization aspect of it.
Yeah.
Typing in comfy trainer, for example, and if in SEO terms, if you've got comfy trainer in your copy or wherever, you'll be
Yeah.
listed in the search.
Well, yeah, it's going to go with the algorithm, and then they're going to push things that they think you'll like. So, say you search up fashion once, you're going to see loads of fashion content now because that's what they're pushing, because that's what they've seen that you're searching and that's what they've seen that you like. So you've got to be really careful with what you're searching. So if you're searching one random thing, TikTok's going to go, I see you like those gluten-free, vegan, dairy-free cookies. I'm going to give you loads of different recipes for those, even though maybe you didn't want it and it was your friend searching on your phone.
Yeah.
So you've got to be careful what you're searching because it's going to keep getting pushed.
Yeah. So as a consumer, have to be careful what you're searching for.
Yes.
But as a business owner, really capitalizing on the fact that it's search heavy now. That's the direction that it's trending. So now when it comes to this isn't something on the list that I said to you, but when it comes to you, the creative aspect of that, how do you now link this search aspect of TikTok with the creative aspect of TikTok? So what am I going to make? How should it look? How long does it need to be?
So I recently did this with an accounting firm, actually. And obviously I think accounting, it might seem a bit boring. Yeah. But there's a way that you can portray your personality on TikTok. So you can follow different trends. Like there's one where you show the different personalities at the office, one that never leaves the desk, one that's never at their desk kind of thing, and adding a bit of a funny spin to it. And people go, oh, who's that? Or because right now, obviously, search engine needs to be valuable content.
Yeah.
So they could be doing 10 tips for an accounting student to get a placement, or, really reaching out to your audience. Like this accounting firm wanted to reach out to a younger audience, and they wanted to do that through social media. So we were looking at giving tips that people are going to save and share with their other friends on their course that maybe need help as well. So accounting study tips, the basics to accounting, and just making it in a fun way, and also making it aesthetic as well. I think that's really important to make sure that it looks visually pleasing as well as the information being given. Because, if we really want information, we can go look at a boring, bland textbook, or we can go on TikTok, search it up, get the answers really simply put, and in a really aesthetically pleasing way as well.
So enough about TikTok for now.
Okay.
When it comes to, same question when it comes to Instagram. Obviously, Instagram, owned by Meta, has been around for a bit longer. But now, from a business perspective, what should Instagram be for a business? And how, from a creative perspective, what should they also be putting out there? So what should it be for a business?
Instagram is more aesthetics. So you've got TikTok personality, Instagram for aesthetics, and then more for information. But the good thing about Instagram is if you're a business and you're like maybe a local business, so say you're a restaurant, you're not going to be looking for customers in America when you're based in the UK.
Yeah.
So Instagram, you can actually boost your posts and you can select an audience that you want, so the demographics, and then like the location. And you can be really specific, so you can put Northamptonshire, or you can put Milton Keynes.
Milton Keynes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can be really specific with what you're boosting, and that's a really good way. And you can spend like £6 a day for a week, and you can reach, I think there's potential like 100,000 people just from paying that £6 a day for 7 days. So Instagram's really good for that. But I think Instagram's still kind of how it used to be, with you need to make sure you're utilizing hashtags and making everything look pretty. But Reels are the way forward with Instagram. Instagram actually published an article a few months ago saying that the only way you will grow is by doing Reels.
Yeah.
And in December, I actually started the month off with 9,000 followers, or maybe it was 10,000. And then I ended, January 1st, I hit 100,000 followers.
So, okay. All right. So in December, you had 9,000 followers. And so December last year,
Yeah.
9,000 followers on Instagram. By the end of January, you had 100,000.
1st of January.
1st of January, you had 100,000. So what did you do to get that?
Reels.
Reels. How often did you post reels?
day.
Every single day.
Yeah.
Okay. And obviously it's catered to the business that you run as well, or the products that you're offering as well. What length of content, what length of video, what length of reels, how many, what length, that sort of thing. Because I think what you just literally said there has piqued a lot of interest. How does somebody go from 9,000
No,
to
it was
100,000
crazy.
doing reels?
Yeah.
What's the secret sauce that, obviously you don't have to share everything, but what can you share, like value wise, that you actually managed to achieve that?
I think there's a lot of different things that went into it, but I don't know if many people follow, but like in December you do Vlogmas.
Okay.
So it's like you post every day of December until Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's almost like an advent calendar, but for content. So I was doing that and I'd never done it before. Like I'd never ever posted every day on Instagram. And then suddenly it was like, and I was hitting like, well, crazy amounts of followers. But I think lengthwise for a video, and this is the same for TikTok as well, 7 seconds.
Okay.
And it's really random, but there was an article released talking about people's engagement and the way social media has actually damaged people's attention spans.
Yeah.
And it was saying that 7 seconds is the exact time you need to get people's attention, tell the thing you want to tell, send the message you want to send, and for people to interact in that 7 seconds. Because I think it was like 1.3 seconds. In the first 1.3 seconds, you know if you like this content or not, if you know if you're going to carry on watching it or not, especially on Reels or TikToks, they're short videos. Whereas maybe in a movie, I'd be like, come on, let's watch a bit more than 1.3 seconds before you want to turn it off.
Yeah.
Whereas with content, it's 7 seconds. That is like your go-to, and it's really easy to do. 7 seconds every day, easy.
Wow.
Taking notes.
I guess no. No, this leads me on to my next question, which is, which platform do you think business owners should be spending more of their time and resource on? So with the information that you just given me now, with obviously we know at the moment that TikTok is fastest growing platform in the world. Instagram has been around for a while. It's still quite huge.
Yeah.
But at the moment, positionally, what do you think people should be putting a lot of their time and resource into?
I think it depends. If you're a small business, Instagram, because then you can really go locally and really, utilize the location and boost your posts that way. If you're a global business that ships all around the world, TikTok. So I think it just depends what position you're in. If you're selling products, TikTok's a really good way of doing it because you can connect your products to TikTok and they'll take like a portion of it, but TikTok tend to favor those videos because they're making money out of the videos as well.
Yeah.
So that's a good way you can do it. But I think you have to have a certain product to be able to do that. So you'd have to look into that a bit more carefully. And then obviously Instagram, like I said, with the boosted posts, and you can be a bit more localized with it. But I think both of them have their benefits.
Yeah.
If you're looking in a way of like maybe trying to influence your own brand. So like for me, I've kind of made myself my brand, which is favored in the way that I can kind of go do TikTok and Instagram because it's all around the world. But I think if you're trying to do it personally, there's more money on Instagram than there is TikTok because Instagram's a lot harder to get into. But if you're trying to boost for your business, Instagram is good for local, TikTok worldwide. You can still boost your posts on TikTok, but you can only pick the country. You can't pick like a certain area.
Yeah.
Whereas Instagram you can. So I think that's definitely better if you're smaller.
All right. So you just said a word which I know that every business owner likes to hear.
Okay.
Do you know the word that you said? You said money. All right. So obviously the conversation that we're having today is about how business owners can monetize on TikTok and Instagram, right? So I'm going to ask you the question. how can business owners monetize their TikTok? What do they need to do to be making money or position themselves to either grow the amount of sales that they're getting or different things like that?
Right. You're asking a hard question now. So, TikTok has a creator fund.
Yeah.
It's not great, but do you know what? Any money that you haven't really done anything to make, that's pretty good. Do you know what I mean? But you have to have a certain amount of followers. I can't actually remember how many followers it is. I think
Okay.
it's over 1,000 followers you
Yeah.
have to do the creator fund. But then if your video goes viral, you can make about £50 from 1 million views,
Okay.
which doesn't sound very much in comparison to the views, but it does add up over time.
Yeah.
So that's one way you can make passive income on TikTok without really doing anything. But if you've got like a product, like for me, I've got my journals, and when I was first starting out with the journals, I was making content to do with the journals, like this is how to stay organized. Use this journal. This will help you be organized. And then I went, there's loads of other ones that are like £10. This one's £5, like,
Yeah.
and it's got everything you want in it. It's cheaper than what you get there.
Yeah.
And just kind of showing the benefits of everything. I think once you get into TikTok and once you get a following, it's really easy to reach out to the people that you want to reach out to. But I think the key with absolutely anything, and if you want to make money from anything, especially social media, it's consistency. Because I was posting for like 2 years before I ever went anywhere. And even when I blew up, there's so many people that do blow up and then don't carry on with it and
Yeah.
have that awkwardness of like, well, I've blown up, people actually know who I am, I don't want to post again, kind
Yeah.
of thing. Whereas you need to really utilize that time where you are blowing up, keep posting, because then people are going to go on your profile and go, well, what else is she doing?
Yeah.
See that? Oh, I like that, follow. And it's the same with the business. So with the accounting firm, I was saying you could then maybe sell a course for uni students on tips for accounting interviews or something like that. And you could advertise that through a video by saying, are you looking for an accounting placement? This is how you would do that. Here's some basic information, but if you want more information on this, you can get the course. And the course could literally be £10. But if that went viral and even 10% of that million people bought the course, you'd make a nice amount of money.
Yeah. I guess this leads me on to how about for when it comes to Instagram as well? What are the opportunities that business owners need to be aware of to monetize on Instagram?
So Instagram also has a creator fund, but
Yeah.
I don't recommend doing it. Like if you get the opportunity to do it, don't do it, because Instagram like put down your views because they're going, well, you're getting views and now I have to pay for those views. So I'm going to put the views down so I don't have to pay you as much. So your engagement's going to go down quite a bit if you're using the Instagram Creator Fund. But the joy about Instagram and about TikTok is that you can transfer your videos over. So if you're posting on TikTok, you can literally take your TikTok video and post it on as a reel. And another thing you can do, you don't necessarily have to, but it can give you higher engagement, is getting, so it's something called SnapTik.
Okay.
And it's a website. So you put your TikTok link into it and then it takes the watermark off. So you haven't got the TikTok logo on it.
Okay.
So Instagram won't like look at that and go, that's got a TikTok logo on. We're not going to push that because that's our competitor kind of thing. But that's the kind of joy, is that you don't have to make separate content for everything. You can just kind of transfer it over. And then normally followers will kind of go from one to the other.
Yeah.
But again, it's about making sure there's personality with your business, because, you know, people want to follow the personality. They want to feel like they've got the inside scoop.
Yeah.
Whereas they're not going to feel like that if you're not showing a face, you're not showing a voice, you know, and you're just being very plain with it. You need to add some personality, make it fun, make it exciting. Even if it's accounting, we can make it fun. We can make it exciting.
Yeah.
It's just about knowing what to do.
Yeah. We've got a question here. That is actually really, really useful information.
Okay.
We've got a question here. If you do have any questions, whatever platform you're watching on, do go ahead and put it in the chat. So the question is, would the strategy be the same for selling a service instead of a product?
Yeah. pretty much. I mean, for me, I've got a Pilates plan out. So I've been saying, do you want to? So, for an example, I've done a video where you could say, do you want to feel better in yourself? Do you want to get toned up? Do you want to feel stronger for the summer? Do you want to, do you know what I mean? Feel
Yeah.
more confident in yourself? Well, this is how you can do that. I've got a plan out. It's £10. You have it forever, and it will give you all of these things.
Yeah.
So it's just about it's literally TikTok and Instagram is basically like a TV advert,
Yeah.
but on Instagram instead of on the TV.
Yeah.
I think it's just about having the right words, making sure it's searchable content, using the right hashtags, and also the songs that you're using are also very, very important.
Okay.
Because you've got trending songs. So one way that you can find a trending song is by going onto a celebrity's profile. So, for example, I did one when I was just kind of finding my feet. So this must have been about August. And I went on Selena Gomez's profile and used the song that she'd most recently used. And it had about 100 videos on. Now it's got, I think, like 40,000 videos on. So I managed to get it right at the right time before it went viral. And then this video got like 6 million views.
Wow.
I did. But I do think it was because I used a trending song that was just on the tip of becoming trending.
Yeah.
And it got pushed.
So how do you know, like, how did you know that, let me go and look for Selena Gomez? Was that because like you had your ear down to the ground about what's, who's popping at the moment and things like that?
I think any celebrity that is like, well, she's just become the most followed woman on Instagram.
Yeah.
So she's obviously trending quite a lot right now.
Yeah.
So if you kind of maybe even just have a look at TikTok trending and find celebrities, then go on their TikTok account, see what sounds they're using. And it is really simple once you get the hang of it. It's just kind of understanding.
Yeah.
But it's dead easy. If you go into a sound on TikTok
Yeah.
and then click the video that's most recent, and if it's within the last week, it's got 1 million likes, use the sound because that's a trending sound. I'm probably sounding really complicated right now.
No. This is good.
Okay.
Well, it's information that if people are trying to get their content to go viral or to be seen by as many people as possible, then this are the hacks to do it. So it's really useful. My next question. Does TikTok work for all types of businesses?
Give me an example of one you don't think it would work for.
Oh, gosh, why are you throwing the questions back at me?
Because I don't know the answers.
All right. Okay. Let's say.
Sorry.
Okay, what sort of question? All right. I'll throw the question back to the audience. Right. If there's a question, if there's a business that you don't think would potentially work well on TikTok, let us know, and I will ask Cabby whilst I move on to the next question.
Okay.
All right. If someone is new to TikTok and they feel like their business wouldn't really sit well within like the platform, what should they do?
Get some personality on the platform.
Okay.
So, like I said before, with you can get the trends like the one where someone's sitting at the desk or eating their lunch at like 10 a.m, whatever it is. Make it funny. There's loads of trends. If you actually search on TikTok like office humor, there's going to be loads of funny trends. And when it's stuff like that, or like, did you ever watch The Office?
I've seen stuff about it.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like that vibe.
Yeah.
And if you search office humor in TikTok and just recreate one of those, it's very likely to go viral.
Okay.
Because a lot of people on TikTok work in an office.
Yeah.
Probably know someone, one of their colleagues that sits at the desk all day and would think it's absolutely hilarious that someone else does it.
Yeah.
And, they'll kind of resonate with it. So it'll be even funnier.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how to get exposure at first and just add some personality. And the thing is, once you get the following, you can genuinely sell anything. Like you can literally sell anything to anyone once you get the following, because especially with influencer marketing, people trust you and they feel like the recommendations that you give are the recommendations that they would like to, because they trust you, they resonate with you, and they consider you their friend.
Yeah. Before I go on to my next question, once you've gone viral, and you've gone viral on consecutive occasions, not just on TikTok, but also on Reels and Instagram. You've got a large audience, and they're also very engaged with what you're doing, right? What other opportunities are there to monetize or for a business to make money that doesn't necessarily mean I have to sell a product or a service?
So for me personally, I do like brand deals. So I've just done one with Starbucks randomly, and they were using me to sell their egg bites. Or I've done, actually, this is a better example. I've done one with Victoria's Secret for their sportswear, and then in return, I got exposure because they reposted my content onto their page as well. So from that, maybe I slipped in one of my journals in the background. You wouldn't know. You just wouldn't know. But maybe I did. And that's the exposure there. So you can always think of collaborations.
Yeah.
Or if you're wanting content and you're a brand, and because I think a lot of businesses hold themselves back from not creating content because they just go, I just don't have the time, I don't want to, I want to put my face in front of a camera, I don't have the time, don't have like the skills or the editing to be able to.
Yeah.
There's something called UGC, so it's user generated content, and you can basically pay someone else to make videos on your products or on your services or like on their experiences, and then you just pay them to make the content, and then you have that content forever and you can put it on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, whatever it is that you want to put it on.
Yeah.
And then that's done, so you don't have to worry about it. If you'd rather do that than have to actually have in your head, oh my gosh, I need to be creative, I need to think of something to do.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you do get creative blocks, especially when it's something like TikTok and Instagram where it can be really daunting because it's like, oh my gosh, there's so many different things I need to do. UGC can make it really simple if you want to, because that will help you get exposure, because the people that are making these content, they're skilled.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing with UGC, they know how to film, and they'll know the songs to use as well, because it's their job. They'll know what songs are going to be trending.
Yeah.
So you can have a look at that as well.
Is it like is this UGC like a similar thing to like Fiverr or?
Kind of. So UGC, it's not like a business or anything. It's just what it's called. Someone's making UGC content.
Okay.
So normally, if you just search in on TikTok UGC, there will be loads of people that come up offering their services, and you can just go on their profile, or you can message them, and they'll have like a portfolio to send to you. It's really easy. It's really simple.
Yeah.
And really effective as well, because you don't have to do anything. You just pay someone else to do it. They send it to you, and you can reuse it as many times. You can chop the videos up into different sections. So now you've got like 3 different videos and then one big one. There's loads you can do with UGC if you feel like you haven't got time to do it.
Yeah. Going back to what you talked about, like brand partnerships and stuff like that. So once you've, let's say, once again, got this amount of followers, you've got very engaged community. Do you as a business owner, or do you as a person, reach out to these brands, or do they find you? What advice do you advise people to reach out to people? If so, where are the places that you find? Like, do you meet the MD or the managing director of Starbucks in Aldi? Is that how, like, where do you find these people? And do you intentionally have to? Do you advise people to reach out to these people once they've got to that stage?
I think it goes back to, if you don't ask, you don't get. Like, it's pretty simple, because they're not going to know that you want to work with them. So like, as of now, I've got a manager who messages brands and reaches out to them, or they'll reach out to her and she'll do everything, and then she'll come to me and say, do you want to do this? And I'll be like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Or I'll be like, no, I don't really fancy that one.
Yeah.
But if you're doing this yourself and you haven't got a manager, then message brands, like, just ask, why would you not? Like, it's an opportunity, why would you pass it up? So you can message and say, I've got this amount of followers on here, this amount of followers on here. I'm happy to send you my analytics that will show you like my viewers, where my demographic is, which you can also use to kind of target people on TikTok. So you can see, well, we can go through that in a minute. But yeah, so you can message and say, I've got my analytics. I love this product, and this is how I would create content for it. You could use it on yours. I get the product that I want. So this is going to sound really bad. For me, I messaged a bed company because I'm moving out, so I'd like to get a new bed. And I emailed them, and I'm getting a beautiful free bed, beautiful. And I said, I was like, I've got this amount of followers on here, this amount of followers on here. I absolutely love this bed, and it would definitely appear in lots of my videos. So I do a lot of morning routine videos as well. So, long story short, because I've asked and messaged and reached out, this brand is now aware that I want to work with them. So maybe it could be a long-term partnership. Maybe I'll just get loads of free beds. I'll get you one. And long story short, tomorrow I'm waiting at home to get my bed delivered.
Okay, so I guess the moral of the story is shoot your shot.
Yeah, why would you not? Why would you not? You know?
At what stage should you shoot your shot? Like when you've got a good engagement, when you've got X amount of followers, what stage do you think somebody should be in that mindset to approach people?
If I'm being any,
Okay.
I've got mine with intention, which is like my journal brand. I've got an Instagram account for that, and I get so many messages on there from girls saying, "I would love to make content with your brand," and these girls have like 100 followers, and like they've had the guts to reach out, and a few of them I have actually sent and gone, "Yeah, go for it, like
Yeah.
do your thing,"
Yeah.
because it's like when you're applying for a job. And they say, "Have you got any experience in this?" And I'm like, well no. And they go, "We need to get some experience." I'm like, "Well, how am I meant to do that if you're saying no because I've got no experience?" There's the same kind of thing with social media, especially with like UGC content. If you're someone that wants to get into that,
Yeah.
because the money is amazing in UGC content. So maybe if you're a social media marketing company, you could start doing UGC content for other brands as well as outsourcing for influencers or whatever it is else you do. That's a really good way of passive income. So say you're a videography company, business, and you're trying to sell your products. If you want an extra stream of income, you could be doing UGC content for someone else. They'll see your skills, and then maybe they'll recommend you to someone else, and you've got like a whole train of opportunities going. But I think if you don't ask, you don't get. Like it doesn't matter what point you are.
Yeah.
Everyone starts somewhere. You might as well try.
Yeah. No, that's really, really encouraging as well. Really encouraging. Got another question here. Hi, Cami.
Hi.
How did you organize posting every day?
Well, like I said, I'm an organisation freak.
She's an organisation freak.
Well, obviously, when I was talking about analytics, which I haven't really gone into, but on Instagram and TikTok, there are analytics to tell you what time of day your followers are most active. So for me, a lot of my audience is actually in the US. So my prime time to post is about 10 p.m. So I'll be doing my night routine, I'll get in bed and start posting, basically. But I think if you just make sure you set yourself a challenge or a goal to just post once a day consistently, it doesn't always have to be at the prime time if that's not something that works for you. Make it work around what you are doing and what's best for you.
Yeah.
Because then you also won't get burnt out if you're not doing it at times that you can't do it.
Yeah.
But with Instagram, they've now added a schedule post. So you can put all these posts in your drafts and then schedule a day and a time that you want to post it, and Instagram will just post it and you don't have to think about it. So if you're worried that you don't have time or you might forget, either set an alarm on your phone, get one of my journals to stay organised.
Do you know what? I thought that she was looking out the window, but I just realised that she's plugging her. It's cool.
Yeah. Or you can use the Instagram scheduling thing if you feel like you'll forget to do it.
Yeah.
So that definitely makes it more convenient. But with TikTok, you can keep it in your drafts as well.
Yeah.
And like draft the caption. All you need to do is literally just click post.
Yeah.
And just wait for it to post.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool. We've got another question here. Hi.
Hey.
I'm Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Very interesting, thank you. It seems that the content needs to be quite shallow. But what if you need to talk sensibly?
You can, well, like I said with the search engine thing, just give out information. But just because thing is, I think most of the demographic is like a younger generation, especially on TikTok, I think.
Yeah.
So you need to go with what they'd want because I know, like, I can't think of many of my friends that would sit and listen to a really serious video for, I don't know, 10 minutes about something they don't really resonate with. Whereas if you're making it humorous, it makes it enjoyable,
Yeah.
makes it more engaging, adds personality to your brand, which means there's going to be more customer loyalty because people are going to see you not just as a
Robot.
serious robot.
Yeah.
They're going to see you as a personality. They're going to go, oh, they're really funny. Or especially like linking back to accounting, if you've got that personality, people have more trust in you
Yeah.
because they don't just think, oh, I feel a bit uncomfortable because you're not laughing with me at my jokes. You're just kind of being very straight to the point. And, you know, you want people to feel comfortable with you. So I think if you are looking for something more serious, LinkedIn or Instagram, because TikTok is about personality. And if you're feeling that it's a shallow way to do things, I don't think TikTok will be the place for your business to thrive in comparison to other platforms, if that's the kind of angle you want to go on.
Yeah. Just to add to that as well, Robert, as I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the webinar, but TikTok is really pushing towards search at the moment. So if you've got content that is sensible or that gives advice or guidance, maybe creating how-tos, using some key terms that you feel work within your niche or your area, creating content that will actually give value or advice is probably the way to utilize TikTok if it's something a bit more serious or sensible as you use. But yeah, someone just put a very, very simple question, but quite we need an answer.
Okay.
What is the best time to post to a UK audience? I've not even got around to saying all my questions yet, but getting some good questions. So
well, have a think when you go on your phone. So if you've gone out on a Friday night, you're not going to be on TikTok at 6 a.m, are you? You're going to be
probably not
asleep or with a McDonald's on the way because, you know, you need to feed your hangover. Or on a Sunday, if you're posting at 6 a.m, there's not going to be that many people there.
Yeah.
Whereas if maybe on a Monday, you're posting at 6 p.m, people are going to come home from work, they're sat on the sofa, they're thinking about making dinner, but they're getting trapped in the black hole of TikTok.
Yeah.
And that will be your time. So kind of just think what you and your friends, what time you'd be doing it. Think when you would go on TikTok and post then.
Yeah.
Because that's probably when everyone else is as well.
Yeah.
If you're posting at 2 p.m. on a Monday, most people are at work.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be, well, I hope they're not scrolling on TikTok. You never know. But, you know, so whereas I think if you're looking for UK time, your evenings are probably your best bet. But maybe Fridays, maybe do 4 or 5 p.m, just because obviously more people maybe do things on Friday evenings in comparison to the other days of the week.
Yeah, no, that's very practical. Very, very practical. Where have I got to? My questions. Have we got any questions on TikTok itself? You know, just double check. We're on a live webinar. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
We can, no questions. Oh, come on, TikTok.
sad.
Oh, what's going on?
I know.
All right. All right. Where am I? Okay. So someone. So if I think you maybe have answered this, but okay. So if someone who runs a service-based business, such as a photographer, web designer, or a gardener, how best can they use TikTok to increase awareness, engagement, and ultimately sales of the product or service that they're offering?
I like that you threw in gardener there because I've actually got a really good example. There's a guy on TikTok who I think he's got like 2 million followers, and he basically trims the grass and like the edges of the grass. You know, when it's like really sharp edges of the grass between the grass and the like pavement, he does that. And he started just doing it in his own garden, and it just went crazy because it's really satisfying, and it's something so easy. And then he started going to other people's houses, like random people's houses, going, knocking on the door, going, I'm filming a TikTok. Am I all right to like cut your grass free of charge? And they'd be like, yeah, go for it. And then he got exposure for his business and then brought out a product, which was a grass trimmer. And starts using it, and people are going, "What trimmer is that you're using? That looks really good. That works really well." And now he's selling these products. He's getting loads of video views, which obviously 2 million followers, you're getting a nice amount from the
Residue,
creator
yeah,
fund.
yeah.
So he's done really well. And I feel like a gardener is like one that you wouldn't expect to go viral, but it's so satisfying and, you know, it's good to watch. And it's the same with a web designer or like there's this person that I follow and they do like interior design. They do it really funny. Like they'll design a bedroom on an interior and then they'll add a tiger. And there'll just be a tiger chilling on the bed. And people are in the comments going, "That's really funny that there's a tiger there. Nice bedroom though." And then there's people asking, "Oh, what platform, what like thing did you use to edit or create that design?"
Yeah.
And then maybe they do a course on how to, you know, do graphic design, and it goes from there.
Yeah.
And like I said before, once you get a following, you can sell anything. So that guy is selling a grass trimmer, that person's selling a web design thing. It's, you know, it just once you get a following, you can sell anything.
How about now on if we used those three? So we used the photographer, we used the web designer, and we used the gardener on Instagram. Are they able to still do the same things on that platform, or how do they pivot? Sorry, I've just kind of thrown you.
Reels.
Reels,
It's the
okay.
exact same thing with Reels, especially with Instagram. Like I said before, it's aesthetics, especially with the gardening one, with the design one, photography. It's all aesthetic. It's, you know, it's visually pleasing,
Yeah,
which is enjoyable to watch, isn't it? Especially, it's like you've been sat in your office all day. You come home and you're just watching this person cut the grass. And I
yeah,
don't know about you, but sometimes you can just get really like tunnel visioned into these videos because they're so satisfying. And you don't even realise it's actually been on a loop the whole time you've been
yeah,
watching it.
yeah,
But I think it's very clever. But Reels are basically the same as TikTok videos in, you know, the way that you can transfer it over
yeah,
and get the same reaction. But especially with Instagram, Instagram is about aesthetics.
yeah.
So, you know, it's a good way to go, especially with designing.
Yeah. Okay. We're flying through the questions now, but I'm glad that a few people are putting questions in as well. So, what are the pros? What are the pros and cons of using TikTok for a business?
I think the pros are that there's so much money in it. Once you get, you know, once you really get the following,
Yeah.
there's money in it. And but the only con is that you're putting so much work in. Sometimes you don't see the results straight away. Like I said before, I was posting for 2 years and I got 5,000 followers. And then once I really started to understand the strategies and then like the trending sounds, posting at certain times of the day, using certain hashtags, you know, trying to be a search engine as well, so making sure to use keywords, that's when it really started to go up and actually become successful. But I think with TikTok, it can be, well, even with Instagram as well, it can be really disheartening, spending all this time on content and it doesn't get any views. But it's just about staying consistent with it because it will happen. But, you know, you've got to put the work in to get it out.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think if right now you have been posting on TikTok and you've not been seeing any results, keep pushing, keep going. Consistency is key with absolutely anything, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like you don't brush your teeth once a year and expect to have pearly whites. You have to brush your teeth twice a day
Yeah.
to be able to have nice teeth. It's the same with social media. You have to be consistent with it
Yeah.
to see results.
Yeah.
So I think just don't get disheartened if you don't get views. It's just part of it. It's part of the process. It is a bit of a con
Yeah.
because it does make you feel, oh, I've just spent so much time on this content. No one's appreciating it. But, you know, it's part of it and you have your ups and downs. It's not all just ups.
Yeah. I just want to point out some of the key things that you said there. So, what once again took you from, let's say, the 5,000 followers to the 500,000 followers that you have now? Some of the key things were trending sounds, understanding the times. Did you say the
Yeah.
times to post? What else would you say? So trending sounds, times to post,
Consistent
consistent
posting,
posting, and hashtags.
hashtags.
What how do people know what hashtags to use?
Just use the most basic hashtags you can think of.
Okay.
Like the most basic ones, the things that people are going to search. Because if you make it too complicated, realistically, no one is going to be searching, I don't know, something really complicated. Whereas I put, like, for my Pilates workouts, put hashtag Pilates workout, hashtag home workout, hashtag workout, like really just
Basic,
plain
yeah.
ones, because they're going to show up. Whereas if I'm putting in one hashtag, Pilates 5-minute ab workout at home on a Pilates mat, that one big hashtag, no one's going to search that big hashtag in
Yeah.
the exact same way
Yeah.
that they would just one little hashtag. And it's the same with keywords. You need to make sure. So for me, if you have a look at my TikTok, you'll see in the captions, it's a lot of like a 5-minute ab workout, Pilates at home. Like, sometimes it doesn't even make sense, but you can see I'm doing all of the keywords I need to do to make it searchable.
Yeah.
And then another thing is making sure that your content is like savable.
Yeah.
So people save it, and TikTok will see that.
Yeah.
And obviously, because they're trying to be a search engine, they'll see, oh, they've saved that. Okay, right. I'm going to push this video because they're clearly giving some value that other
Yeah.
people want, because they're saving it so they can go back to it. So that's also a key thing, to make sure your content is savable.
Yeah.
So the how-to tips, if you want to be more serious with it, you could do your how-to tips, or, you know, different tips that people are going to save and refer back to.
Yeah. No, that's really, really useful. That's really useful. So we spoke about the pros and cons for TikTok. What are the pros and cons for Instagram?
I think the Instagram one, for me, obviously I grew very, very quickly on Instagram. So I think obviously the con maybe was that I had to spend a lot of time posting and, you know, getting different captions. But you'll notice if you look at my Instagram, most of my captions are copy and pasted. Like, I have in my notes just a copy and paste. I just copy and paste for every single one. So I've got one for Pilates and then one for other videos that I do. And that seems to work for me if you want to save time. But I think the pros with it is that the rewards are amazing on Instagram. Like, the money is amazing. Well, the money is amazing on TikTok as well. It's just about getting there. And I think with the cons, especially with what I do as well, I found that with social media, you put yourself in a position where anyone can say anything about you, and you just got to go, okay, thank you. And whether that's about your business or about yourself, which is also another factor which can be daunting when you're putting yourself in front of a camera, especially if you're used to being, you know, behind the business. You might find it difficult to then come onto the camera.
She smashed the mic.
Honestly, so rude.
Is it because you want to be behind the camera and not in front of it? You're just destroying the equipment.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. And yeah, so I think, well, there's pros and cons with everything, but with social media, I think once you really get the hang of it and really understand how to utilize the different things that you need to do and the different strategies, you know, the benefits really outweigh the cons.
Cons, yeah. Gosh, we've got loads of questions here.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, guys, let me get my questions out of the way first. All right. All right. So what are some tips and tricks that business owners can utilize to grow their audience organically on TikTok and Instagram?
Personality.
Personality.
Honestly, that is the key to TikTok, especially growing, is personality. You want people to follow you, engage with you. You need to give them some personal scoop. They need to feel like you're friends. So maybe you could do, like, maybe even a day in the life video. So a day in the life of being a corporate manager at and you could do a day in the life of that. So it makes it personal because you're starting at home. So maybe share what you've had for breakfast, share what you're packing in your work bag, show that you have to get the tube and the train or whatever it is, the bus to where you want to go, and kind of bring them along with you so they feel like they've got the inside scoop of your personal life, and then they can see the business life. Like, I love watching ones like this girl called Grace Beverly, who I've actually fangirled over for so long, and now we're friends on TikTok, which I think is absolutely crazy. But she has a fitness business, she has a protein shake business, she has books and journals as well. And her days in the life I love, because she starts at home and then she goes into the business. And my mind is very business oriented, so I love it. Feels really inspiring to watch that. And it makes me go, oh, I feel really motivated to watch that. But she's really clever in the way she does it, because she adds her personality while showing her new launches for her business. even though it's just a day in the life, but she's also showing things that are coming out and also doing little snippets of a discount code people can use.
Yeah.
And she does it very clever. So it's like the inside scoop, you're getting the personality, but she's still showing her business and showing what her business does.
Yeah.
So personality is just key for TikTok especially.
And for Instagram?
The same kind of thing with Reels.
Yeah.
But I think, like for me with intention Instagram, I didn't really put it anywhere, to be honest. But what I did with Instagram was it was the same kind of thing of using keywords, making it savable content. But on Instagram, you can do, you know how you put multiple pictures and you can swipe?
Yeah.
I do that. So the Instagrams with intention, you can actually have a look because it will make more sense if you look.
Yeah.
But I'll do how to do this, swipe, answer, swipe, answer, swipe, answer. And then that's the answers. And these posts get like thousands of saves and I haven't even got thousands of followers.
Yeah.
So it reaches out to these people because I'm using hashtags and hashtags that are related to the subject. And obviously with the swipe, it's keeping people engaged. And Instagram also see, oh, people are swiping on that. They're actually taking time to see this post.
Yeah.
And the algorithm will get pushed.
Yeah. No,
so it's just about keeping it engaging.
Yeah, no, that's really, really useful. So my final question before I bombard you with everybody else's questions.
Oh, no.
So my final question is, as a business owner, how do we monetize TikTok and Instagram? What are the steps that we can take to make this happen?
So we'll go to TikTok first.
Yeah.
So start by creating a plan. So you need to work out your niche. So say, like for me, say you're a gym brand. You need to work out. So we're going to do one post a week on the gym wear. We're going to do one post a week on workouts. We're going to do one post a week on post-workout foods. Or what I have had in a day, because that's your inside scoop. That's your personality, because you're showing what you've eaten in a day. You don't have to do that. It's not really anything to do with business, but people are getting the inside scoop and the personality. And then within that, you're showing your gym wear, you're showing your gym supplements, whatever it is, and people are going, so where did you get those leggings from? Where did you get those supplements from? And it's about organically adding your products into it.
Yep.
So with this, someone might go, where'd you get your hat from? And you'd be like, well, naturally, you know?
Yep.
And it was the same with how I just said about getting organised. I was talking about planning your days. And I said, well, actually, you can use my journal to plan that.
Yep.
And that's implementing it organically.
Yep.
It will help the person,
Yep.
but it's in like a way that doesn't seem like an advert.
Subtle, yeah.
And you can monetize it really, really easily.
Yeah.
So again, personality is key for TikTok if you want to monetize it, because then people are following you, and then they associate your brand with you. And then Instagram, transfer your TikToks over to your Reels. So just post the same things on both. That's the easy way to do it, so you're not wasting time making content just for TikTok and just for Instagram. And then Instagram wise, for your posts, just make it organic. And if you're trying to, it depends if you're trying to sell a product, so sell your product or your service, or if you're trying to get sponsored by other people to sell their products or services. So it depends what kind of side you're on. So if you're on the influence marketing side, like I am, make sure your content. So for me, my niche is like working out, lifestyle. So I'll get a lot of people like candle businesses messaging me, or like Starbucks I did a campaign with, because that's like my lifestyle, going to Starbucks. They take all my money. And or you've got, you know, your a gym wear company. I've literally just done one with Nike. I haven't put it out yet, so I'm not sure if it's supposed to that. And so anyway, and obviously that relates to my thing. And that's how I've reached out with big brands. They've got my content, so they get my exposure, but then I get exposure through that. So you can do it from the influence marketing side or as a business side. Obviously, show your products organically. Instagram, there's this girl that does hers really well. I can't even think what her name is right now. She does it really well, actually, because she doesn't show her face. But she does like little pictures in her bedroom, on her dressing table, like beautiful makeup products. Looks absolutely gorgeous. And then she'll have her own skincare brand in the background and like a little bit. And people go, oh, what's that one? That one looks really pretty. Or she'll have her book that she's written in the background. And people go, oh, what's that book? That looks really interesting. And it's just about organically fitting it in. So people don't realise that they're being manipulated, basically, and think that they're doing it off of their own back, thinking, oh, I really like those leggings, even though you've implemented it in a way where they're the main thing you see, they're the first thing you see, and people go, oh, do you know what, they look really nice on her, I'll look nice in those too.
Yeah.
So it's about just organically doing it, and then that's how you monetize it, especially if you're trying to sell your own products organically, show you using your products or using your service.
Yeah.
And just go from there. But be consistent. That is the only way to get through it and
That is
monetize.
very, very concise information.
Sorry.
No, very good. So before I go through the questions, we're going to put a link to Cami's link tree. I think Cami's brought a lot of game today, a lot of quite a bit of value. And if you want to reach out to Cami to pick her brains a bit more, not physically, but not with a fork or something like that.
Oh.
But ask further questions or see some of the merch or products or offerings that Cami has. I know that you're. What do you actually do in terms of helping businesses out?
So I go to different businesses to talk through social media strategies that are specialised for them. So I do a content plan. And then I'm also releasing a social media coaching course, which will be how to grow on Instagram, but I'm going to make it from more of a personal way. So if you want to be doing influencer marketing, the side of things that I do, then that course will be for you. Business wise, I have a company called Marketing Intuitive, which is tagged in my main Instagram bio, which is on my LinkedIn. Not my LinkedIn, my Linktree. And you can message me on there to book one-to-one social media calls if you just want to kind of go through a few bits, or I can come in and really make a proper plan for you and your business to really create a personalized plan for you rather than just a generalized one, and give you content ideas and trending sounds that are coming up. So I can give you all the different things you need to, be able to really start.
She went from 5,000 followers to almost 500,000. So I think she knows what she's talking about. And that's really something to be proud of, because you've got a blueprint and you know something that's worked and worked well and keeps on working. So I think that's really, really valuable information. All right, guys, I'm going to get to your questions now.
Yeah, they're just thinking, hurry up.
I know.
Answer my question.
I know. So I can go.
Yeah.
I kept you till the end for a reason. Yeah.
I know.
So we've got a question here from Julia.
Hello, Julia.
And Julia says, what are the apps that you can use most often to cut or edit your videos?
So there's an app called Splice, which I love. I find it really easy to use, but once you use it a certain amount of times, it starts to slow down. And I'm very impatient with slow apps and stuff like that. So it does take ages to load. But if you're patient, then go for it. But if not, there's one called CapCut. But the only thing with CapCut is at the end, it does have its logo at the end. So you'd have to crop that out of your video. Well, not crop it, like trim the video. So it's not on your actual video. It's like a clip at the end that they add, which is CapCut. But that's easy enough to do. But CapCut's probably your best one. And you can do voiceovers on it. And you can add filters to it and everything like that. And then for hashtags, there's an app called Hashtagram. Or no, it's not Hashtagram. It's Tagstagram. So
Tagstagram.
Yeah. And they have all the trending hashtags for different genres. They've got pets, holidays, friends, relationships, health, fitness, whatever it is that you're looking for, it will have, and you can just copy and paste, and it will give you about 10 hashtags. Copy and paste and put it on your caption.
For both TikTok and Instagram?
Yeah. You just need to copy and paste.
Gosh. Very, very useful.
Yeah.
Very, very useful.
Makes it easy.
Very, very useful. I've got another question here from a Richard Osborne. So how do you keep on top of trending content to keep your content showing up on the For You page?
I don't really feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's come quite naturally to me to just, I know, that's so annoying.
It's come quite natural.
I know. I think just keep looking at celebrities that are in, the tabloids, whatever, right now. So Selena Gomez right now is definitely trending. Then look at sounds that she uses and just use the sound that she uses. Or even look at some of your favorite TikTok creators. So like, who's your favorite TikTok creator? I won't be offended if you don't say me.
Favorite TikTok creator? Gosh. It doesn't kind of ring off the top of my head. You know what? I'd say Richard Osborne.
Okay.
Richard Osborne, the founder of UK Business Forums, UKBF. Go follow us.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm more thinking like a crazy scale, like Kim Kardashian.
Okay. Let's say.
I do like his content.
Let's say Cristiano Ronaldo. Can I say Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yeah. Okay. Look at his content. I don't even know if he's got TikTok. Has he got TikTok?
He probably does.
Well, if he has TikTok, look at the sound that he's used on his most recent video and use that sound. Simple.
Okay.
It is actually as simple as that, because that sound is bound to be trending. Okay. If he's used it.
Okay. So look for the sounds that popular people.
Yes.
And then just copy it.
Yes.
Okay. How would you not get? Will your video not get kind of said, no, we can't post this because you don't own the rights to this music?
So for TikTok, for me, if I'm getting paid to make this content and post this content, then I have to use a commercial sound.
Yeah.
And TikTok has a commercial sounds section. So if you go on TikTok to post it, click sounds. At the top, it says sounds and there's like a little arrow.
Yeah.
Click that and it should say commercial sounds. Yeah. And then all of those sounds you can use if you're getting paid by someone else to make a video for their product. But if you're making a video just for like your own product, you don't have to worry about sounds too much. Okay. It's only if you're getting paid externally by someone else.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No, that makes sense. I've got a question here from IDH, that's India Delta Hotel.
Nice.
Yeah. Hi. I wanted to start a property management company and was thinking to post content to attract landlords. However, as I have not got lots of experience, I was thinking, and should I just document my journey, my successes, my failures, etc.?
Yes, you could do that because that gives a personal touch, especially if you're talking about your failures as well. But if I don't know if he'd be like flipping the properties before looking for a landlord. Maybe if you're doing that, you can maybe set your phone up on a tripod and do a time lapse of yourself, maybe stripping the wallpaper, and show how you flip the property. So before and then the process and then after. That's a really good way. Especially when you do it all yourself. I think a lot of people like that because it's a bit of a DIY. They can do it themselves as well. So they'll take notes, and that's also valuable content.
So you can save it. Yeah.
And then people
see, I'm getting used to this now. There we go.
They'll be like, whoa, what steamer did they just use to take that wallpaper off? I need to get that steamer. So but I think if you're looking for landlords, you'd be surprised how many are on there, especially right now with the London rent crisis. I see a lot of videos on that, and there's a lot of landlords commenting like, well, actually, I've got a place here that is really good money and it's bigger than this and it's near this or whatever. So that would also be a good way to find them if you're looking for landlords. But I think if you're talking about properties, it will probably be on most landlords for you pages anyway, because they probably search that up anyway. So I think with that, you just got to trust the algorithm, because I think it will work in your favor, especially with what you're doing.
And just make the content as engaging as possible. Like you just gave the idea of the time lapse and things like that.
So almost be self-critical and think, right, well, I might like watching myself do this, but really do other people? And kind of think of it like that. So then, because you're more interested in yourself than other people are interested in you. That makes sense.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
So just maybe cut it down shorter than you think you should, basically.
Yeah. Have another question here. How can colleges use Instagram and TikTok to appeal to students? It's a great question.
So my uni actually does have a TikTok/Instagram.
Yeah.
And the content I see it makes me laugh, because you're looking at something and thinking, oh, I wish you'd just do this instead, kind of thing. Realistically, it depends what uni you're going to and what the kind of main benefits are around that uni. Like, I know for me, a lot of my friends go to Nottingham Trent because that's like your party uni, almost, isn't it? So you could almost do it from the student perspective, or you could even get students to make the content rather than the lecturers or the teachers or whatever. Because this is actually really funny. My lecturer last week was talking about the Instagram account, and he was saying how he was getting really irritated at the other lecturers because they were saying, oh, we need to take a video of this snowy campus because all of the students are going to love this and think it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And he was just going, no, they're not going to care. Like, their gardens were snowy. Like, it really doesn't, they're not going to care and engage and think, oh my gosh, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's about kind of being not critical, but just looking from the people that you're actually trying to get into. So if you're really aiming for like 17, 18-year-olds or college, it's university, isn't it?
So college is, let's say, 16 to 18.
Oh yeah, you're aiming for 16 to 18-year-olds. You want to make the experience look fun. You want to make it look social.
Yeah.
Obviously, maybe for the parent aspect, you could do some videos aiming at the parents and some for the students. Just make sure there's a variety.
Yeah.
So you could show maybe the clubs that you do, or maybe if it's a performing arts college, you could show the other students what they do.
Yeah.
Ask them to film some clips for it and make like a video full of different clips and what students like about the place. But again, just keep it engaging, keep personality, make it fun.
Yeah. And so I think probably stretching from that question as well, would you recommend some of the members of staff that I've got a bit about them to also get in front of the camera as well?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Make it fun. Because there is a teacher on TikTok who teaches, I want to say he teaches like year 8 or something. But the way he teaches is really lovely. And or there was this other teacher that was singing like a song from like a Disney Channel movie. It was like a really inspirational song, but this video went viral because it was like, I love the way she's teaching. I want to send my kids there.
Yeah.
And it's about kind of making it a place where people desire to go.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love that idea because I can tell straight away that personality that teacher is bringing. If a parent sees that or a guardian sees that, thinking that is a really cool place for me to at least check out. What is this school about? What do they offer? That sort of thing. So I think what you just said there with personality is a really, really cool one. Final question I have here.
Lovely.
She said lovely. Do you have,
No, not in that way.
do you have any tips for marketing a non-visual service in a short form video? For example,
I was going to say, I need an example.
a consultancy whose result is greater indoor comfort and energy saving. Gosh. All right, I'll start again. Do you have any tips for marketing a non-visual service in short form video? For example, a consultancy whose result is greater indoor comfort and energy savings within 7 seconds.
So would you save money?
Yeah.
Just say that then. In 7 seconds. Everyone wants to save money. If they can like get more for less money, why would you not?
Okay. So how would you do it?
I don't know. In 7 seconds, how I save this amount of money by doing this is by using this company because it was amazing. I saved this much money, which meant I saved £73, and you can buy 73 cheeseburgers from McDonald's with £73. Makes it funny because you think about the cheeseburgers and you're saving money. And you're saying, well, look how much I can get with that money that I saved because I've used this strategy or used this company. Maybe.
Okay. No,
I don't know. That was just me thinking on my feet there.
Yeah, no, that's...
Yeah, definitely go with the saving money aspect.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to save money?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
and then once again, I think it was Rob Locke that put that question. Personality. So getting your face in front of a camera or doing something to make you the face of what you're doing. Engaging. And as Cami did just literally off the bat, something similar that you can literally clip this video and say what she said. Say what she said. Give her a shout out as well.
Yeah, thank you.
And see if it works.
Yeah. Honestly, go with the first thing that comes into your head because, you know, it's 7 seconds. It's like, that's really easy to fill. Get straight to the point, make it funny. And, you know, with the cheeseburgers, who doesn't like cheeseburgers?
Yeah, no, who does not like cheeseburgers?
And who wouldn't want 73 cheeseburgers? Do you know what I mean?
Do we have any questions on any other platform? LinkedIn, anything like that? Okay. Any on TikTok?
No.
Oh, they told me not to tap on the table. I'm tapping.
Don't I did it earlier. I was like, oh, sorry. My head anyway. I know. Well, I whacked the microphone as well, so it's fine.
No questions. Okay.
Okay.
So we're about to close now. Great value.
Thank you.
Great insight. The link to Cami's link tree is in the description. We're going to put it up again, just so people are aware. Any final thoughts, any final remarks, any game changing nuggets that people can, if there was one or two things that people should take away from this conversation about how they should be doing TikTok and Instagram to really take their business to another level, what will it be?
Can't think of anything.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm joking. Right. Consistency, make it organic, so make sure it doesn't seem too addy. Make sure you're adding value. Make sure you're using hashtags, keywords, trending sounds, and honestly, this is just the recipe for the most yummy cake full of money from social media.
This is a recipe for the most yummy cake full of money for social media. So I think that's
your new business slogan.
I like the way. Wait, was that just off the cuff, or have you practiced that before?
No,
that was off the cuff. Yeah. That's quite good. I like that.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna because this is all our content, so I'm gonna use it. But I'm gonna
no!
we're gonna black your face out, and then we're gonna say that
put a cake.
This is a recipe for. I was gonna say recipe for disaster, not recipe for disaster.
Sounds like
but
it.
Recipe for what? A yummy. I forgot about it now. I need to go watch it over.
Recipe for a yummy cake full of money for social media.
What she said.
Thank you.
What she said. So, got any more questions? Okay, no more questions.
Okay.
So, I feel that's a great place to end this webinar. It's been incredible and amazing having you on.
Thank you for having me.
I know that a lot of people would have got a lot out of this because quite a lot of questions as well coming through. So if you guys want to get to know more about Cami, what is your profile on TikTok? What's your profile on Instagram?
So Instagram is Cami Sophia, so Cami Sophia with 5 A's at the end. Okay. I had to change it.
Okay. Not 4, 5 A's
5.
at the end.
See, 5. And TikTok is Cami Sophia with 3 A's at the end. And then my social media marketing Instagram is called Marketing Intuitive. It does say coming soon in the bio, but you're more than welcome to DM me on there or on my main Instagram if you did want any advice or if you wanted to book one-to-one social media calls or business strategy calls or meetings.
No, that's great. That's great. Thank you for coming on today. There's some more questions coming at the end. Wait, hold on. Who's this? Okay. I don't know if it's Nike B or Nikki B.
Oh, yeah. I hope it's not Nike. They can tell me off.
But says, thank you. Really useful information. IDH India Delta Hotel says, cheers, guys. Cami, I'll be in touch. So look out for India Delta Hotel.
Thank you.
And Sophie says, tips. If you've already got an audience in the makeup niche, how do I sidestep into more lifestyle content? I feel like I will lose followers.
Either if you've already got an audience, either make another account just for lifestyle and then say on that makeup account, oh, I've actually got this lifestyle account and I want to keep it separate, or just start mixing it up. And I don't think you will lose followers if you keep at the makeup as well. So rather than doing a transition of no more makeup and just suddenly doing lifestyle, that's where it might be an issue. Or you could maybe do lifestyle content, and in that lifestyle content, do a makeup tutorial, maybe just not in depth as you would in like the one dedicated to makeup. Then at least you've still got the familiar makeup tutorial in that lifestyle to kind of make it a slow transition if you're not wanting to do makeup completely anymore.
Yeah, no, I hope that makes sense to you, Sophie. But before anyone rushes in with any more questions, we're gonna end it there. So join us in 2 weeks' time, where we're gonna have Tommy Gentleman, digital marketing guru. You've heard here about TikTok, about Instagram. Tommy's going to go into more depth about how we can utilize different digital marketing avenues to make even more money within our businesses, or to even further what you're currently doing in your sales or your marketing as well. But yeah, Cami, thanks for
Thank you
joining
very
us
much for
today.
having me.
Have a great day.